Hey guys, it's the last episode before the trail, and excited to get headed that way. I made this video last night, and it was really good, and then I made mistakes and deleted it. So, round two. Anyway, guys, today we're going to talk about food, and just kind of what I will have on the trail, and hopefully it gives you some ideas. Before I start, I want to talk about, I talked about last time my trail name was Books, and I thought it was important to tell you the story about how I almost got my other trail name. That almost other trail name was Sausage. And so anyway, what happened was the first day we were going to have summer sausage for our meal, and we had Adam got some summer sausage. I'll show you a picture here shortly. Adam got pepper jack cheese, and we got some tortillas. Super great idea, but the summer sausage, it was spicy, which is fine, but when we were up in the mountains, that flavor was kind of weird, followed with the pepper jack, which is already not a very hard cheese, was kind of melted. And when we decided to have lunch, then we realized there was storm clouds coming in, and those storm clouds made it so we had to rush, and we kind of decided to eat on the road and walk, and it got our tortillas wet, which, by the way, they soak up water really well, and I made like a wet quesadilla. Pretty gross. But I was eating the sausage, and it's not a sausage I normally eat, and so there was like this clear casing on it, and I thought I'd already taken off the casing anyway. So I was eating it, and there's this like weird kind of tendony texture, and I was trying to chew through it, and Adam's a little more of an environmentalist than I am, so I really don't want to spit it out on the trail day one and be like, hey, guess what? Hate the girth. And so I swallowed it all, and it made me sick like that whole day. So Adam graciously did not call me Sausage as a trail name, but I thought that'd be a funny anecdote. So let's take a look at some shopping pictures and the sausage pick, and talk about kind of how to plan this out. All right, so here's that sausage. It was a fine sausage, but just didn't handle it well. Here's a picture of me and Adam at Costco. If I recommend anything, make sure you have a list. You know what you want, where you're going to get it, and then buy it. And you can see a picture. It looks like a mess, and then you just have to organize it. This is Adam and I preparing the hiker's pudding, which was a pretty good breakfast. And then here are my parents and I doing some gorp. So there you go. So that was some of the pictures of what I did getting set up for this shopping excursion. It was probably $500 or so, but I tried to be very economical, tried to buy in bulk when I could, and kind of just knew what I was looking for, and that's big key to it. You want to really think about your macronutrients, I think is what they're called, but your protein, your carbs, and your fats. If you can get all that knocked out, then you think about your caloric intake. Map My Run kind of tells me that I lose maybe 1,500 calories on an 18-mile hike, which is what I want to average. So I add 2,000 calories to that average American's daily diet. So I'm shooting for 3,500 calories a day, and so I'm going to get a lot of that through my meals. My meals average 600 to 800 calories a meal between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So between 1,800 to probably more like 2,200 calories just in meals. So that means I only need 1,700 to 1,300 to hopefully break even, because I don't really want to lose weight. I will, but I'm not trying to. So, odds are. Anyway, so those are some ideas. And when you're thinking about it, think about like how much you kind of are going to be burning, how many miles you're going to do, and then kind of decide how much calories a day you're going to want. So let's take a look at some of these meals and just see what I've got going on. All right, so for breakfast, I've got three choices. Hiker's pudding is the one I had last time, and it's oats, protein powder, like peanut butter protein powder, Carnation instant breakfast, cookie dough, dehydrated milk, and you put a little water in there, mix it up, and it's pretty tasty. It's a little rich though, so I couldn't do it every day. So I've got oatmeal over here on days I'm not trying to get out of camp super quick. So that'll be the second time I cook compared to dinner. But I've got oatmeal and some butter, almond butter or peanut butter. And then over here I've got it's a cereal called Mountain Summit with some granola and then dehydrated milk. Basically I'm going to make cereal. Pretty excited about that. Breakfast last time, it was really funny. Adam couldn't do that, the hiker's pudding, and I couldn't do the cold soaking. So it's just, you never know what you're going to get when you get out there on the trail and find out what's going to taste good up in altitude and what's not. So there's breakfast. A lot of variety for me. Sometimes that's all I need to get through each meal. Okay, so there was breakfast. We'll move on to lunch pretty quick here, but a couple other things to say about breakfast. Pick something you're going to like. Adam last time, he doesn't eat breakfast normally, so trying to eat a lot of calories early in the morning, his body was like, no, I don't want that. So he was gonna switch to doing like Pop-Tarts or like bagels with like peanut butter. So just know what you like. Some people, they have to have coffee in the morning, and so if you need that, you gotta have it. All right, so for lunches, probably my least diverse meal. Over here is an example of kind of what I'm gonna get every day after a drop. I'll do 5 of these slices of cheese, some wheat thins, and either this sausage, which I'm gonna get frozen, or summer sausage, which is non-perishable. But I can only really take that because those, like the cheese and the sausage, kind of perish. Are a little heavier. They're a lot of calories, but they are perishable, so you can't keep them long on the trail. And then for every other lunch, I'm going to do 2 of these honey packets, 2 either almond butters or peanut butters, or Justin's got a bunch of different variety there, and then tortilla. And that should be what I'm going to get for lunch for those days. So not a bunch of variety, but should be pretty good. I'm actually really excited about lunches. It's way better than we had last year. So there you go. All right, so there's lunches. Pretty proud, like I was saying, about my lunches. Last time we were pretty proud. We had these things called green belly bars, and they are like 600 calorie bar, pretty quick meal, pretty easy. You just kind of stick them in. They're kind of expensive, a little bit expensive. You stick them in your lunch, and you can just open them up. You're good to go. They did not taste very good, at least in my opinion. They're like cardboard, and it's gross. But anyway, so I really did not like those. So I'm feeling really good about this lunch. I just want to say the tortillas and the peanut butter and the honey, that is an Amy Fernside joke from my church. So shout out to her, because it's probably going to make my lunches way better. Okay, so now we're going to talk about dinner. This is just some examples of the dinner I've got. It's really the only meal I cook except for the oatmeal. So I do Knorr pasta sides and a couple potatoes. And some potatoes are kind of good, but they get a little overwhelming sometimes. The Knorr pasta sides, there's a ton of flavors out there. So you can do a lot of different combinations of things. And then between the pasta side or the potatoes and the protein, it's usually about 600-700 calories, just depending on what you get. And protein wise, I either have over here I've got ground turkey, and with the ground turkey you take breadcrumbs, mix it in with your ground turkey, cook it, then dehydrate it, and those breadcrumbs will soak up the water really well when you're cooking it again, so it doesn't taste like you're eating pellets or anything. And then I'm not a big tuna guy. I know a lot of people do tuna, but I do chicken. And this time they've got like lemon pepper chicken, buffalo chicken, and barbecue chicken. So a lot of cool different flavor combinations you can do and have some fun. And this is way cheaper to do than, let's say, the REI meals that you can buy or anything like that, Mountain House or anything. So anyway, those are some of the options. So just thought you guys should know, and easy to cook, about $2 a pop. So all right, so we talked about the 3 big meals. Like I said earlier, anywhere from 18 to 2200 calories in a day from those. So how else do you get those calories? Snacks. And this one, pure preference. You're going to see a lot of stuff on here. Other people probably do stuff way lighter or whatever, but I know I'm going to like some of this stuff. Some of it's like Pop-Tarts and that sort of thing, which is tasty for me. But yeah, so let's talk about some. Okay, guys, so here are some of the options I've got for snacks. I've got Cliff Bars, Snickers bars. This is homemade Gorp mixed together. That's about 1,000 calories in that package. Cheez-Its, some dried fruit, a little beef jerky that's new this time. And then I got some flavored water. Just trying to get as much water as I can in, and sometimes I definitely need some flavor in it. So with snacks, it's just trying to span that gap to get to your caloric intake. So for me, as I said earlier, 3,500 calories a day. So something with a lot of calories, but that's just examples of what I'm taking. So there we go. That's the food situation. Some of you might be sitting there going, that is disgusting. Others may be sitting there going, you did that really inefficiently. There's way better ways to do that. But this is kind of how I've done it. If I've done shorter trips, I do like chili, potatoes, kind of non-hiker stuff. But I feel like it's decently light, and it's going to get me the calories I need. This first segment I'm doing is about 5 days without a drop in between. So my total food weight's 8 pounds, which kind of seems like a lot, but I'll have a lot better idea what I'll eat every day, what I'll need every day, and so then the subsequent drops I'm going to be able to decrease a lot. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. Some of these videos are pretty rough, a little bit longer than I wanted them to be. This one is another one that's a little longer than I thought it was going to be. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are ready to get out on the trail with me. Hopefully it's going to be fun and exciting, and it'll be good for me, but if you want to watch, that'd be great. So hit the subscribe button. That's what all the YouTubers say. So do that, and you'll probably get an update more often about when I'm putting something up. I'll try to do something every day, at least video-wise. I may not be able to upload it every day, so just try and watch out for that if you want to see what's going on. So would enjoy all the prayers, all the hopes, and I'll see you guys out there.